was driving with a friend of mine, and we were just driving down the road. I don't know where we were headed, but hopped in my car and we took off and was listening to the radio, and I heard this bleep where this guy came in, and he said, "It is the body is. It has not been said which whose body it is or something like that, but we know that there is it is a male, and it is, it was found dead or whatever in whatever building or house." And then it just kind of cut off to like a commercial, but it was definitely one of those things where I turned on and jumped into a like, oh, this is obviously some kind of a news brief going on. It wasn't just like standard news. In the news today,
I had somewhat of a unique story in that I was one of the very first people to find out. The electrician who discovered Kurt's body called a local radio station called KXRX. And I had been a contributor to KXRX. I would go on there and do local music news. So before they even went on the air with the announcement, they called me at my office at the Rocket and said, "There's a body at Kurt Cobain's house. Could it be Kurt?"
and it was really odd because without really knowing and waiting through a commercial break, somehow I was thinking, that's probably Kurt. I don't know why. I don't know what made me think that. I just felt it. It's like, that's probably Kurt.
It was about a half an hour later that that news broke and went public. And I just remember sitting in my office and thinking that this just can't be true. He had a number of suicides in his family. He himself thought that suicide was genetic. The things that happened to him with fame, what happened with Courtney Love, all those things are so secondary, I think, ultimately to the man's genetic makeup and genetic predisposition to depression, which I think really is the lens we have to look at his death under.
I think the thing to me was, and I've always felt that, I think it was just kind of like, almost like being robbed, There was just certain things that I kind of wanted to say, things that I would have liked to have, talked with him about, Not necessarily anything specific, just that we hadn't talked in a while, and I realized that was gone. That was the hardest part for me. It was just gone. The opportunity wasn't even going to happen anymore. So
the tragic ending to a life that had been as quick as a flashing star on the horizon.